Wait. Wait, did you start?
Yes.
Oh, it's going?
Yes.
Hello, fans.
Welcome back, fans.
Is Cody ever going to get it?
No. What are you doing?
Do you remember last week the sound I made?
When I paused?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't do it again.
Sorry.
All right, guys. Would you rather eat poop or throw up?
Come.
Cody, are you serious?
All right, guys. See you next week.
We can't have Cody do the intro anymore. It gets worse and worse every week.
You told
Can we
me
please
to.
restart? We do the same thing every
The
week.
intro was stupid, to be honest with you. I would click right off.
They're already both done.
You know who won't
They're
click
both
off?
they're both talking. Like,
I lost.
I was talking to you.
yeah, but you
I
can't
didn't say
talk to
anything
me. You have to
wrong.
talk into the mic. All right, we're restarting.
No.
No.
We're rolling with it. Don't do that, please. Can we introduce our guests today?
You can
Hey,
do it.
why?
We can't just start.
Yeah, you do it.
Okay, we're joined by two very special guests today, Icy Joe and Momma D.
Hello.
Hello.
Just imagine a soundtrack clapping.
Yeah. Can we insert it?
I'm not doing that.
I have
You're so
I have
lazy.
the video. I have the thing you can extract it from.
You're
you can
so
literally
I'll
do it.
extract something from you.
They have to share a mic today, so if there's any awkwardness in the transitions, it's because they're passing the mic back and forth.
I think we've got it handled.
Okay.
I trust our ability.
I think we're good.
Okay, so we had Icy Joe on an actual podcast, but we did not have Momma D on. We had Momma D on for the Newlywed Game, so this is your first actual podcast that's not a game.
And might I add, I was part of the winning duo on the Valentine's
yeah.
game. Yeah.
I forgot you guys won.
Yeah. Yes, you did. You came in third.
It wasn't my fault.
If you're going to talk, you have to talk into the mic. I know you were saying before you wanted to talk about the art stuff, but also, is there any other... I know you briefly introduced yourself, but anything else? I know we talked about like murder mystery stuff,
Mm-hmm.
so we can get into that a little bit if you want, because we were going to have a separate episode for that with you on it by yourself.
I can whatever you want. I can come back, or I have notes, and none of it was murder. There were no murders as a part
Well,
of
that's
my
just that's just music notes, right?
No, that's
Oh.
the music part.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I did my research.
Did you
I
listen
my
to the album?
research.
Okay, everybody listened to the album this week,
So
unless Cody didn't.
I did.
do you want to talk a little bit about the murder mystery stuff, like what you're interested in, like true crime stuff?
Sure. But do you like that? I don't want to.
I don't really listen to them because they scare me a little bit. Like, I can't lay in bed and listen to one like you do.
That's the point, though.
I get scared and I can't sleep, and then I have to turn all my lights on. So, but I follow them a little bit.
This generation these days, man, let me tell you,
The-
Cody hasn't put his phone down this whole time.
The Chris Watts specifically one. Oh my God, that was. I still go back and read up little things about that.
Cody, do you know about Chris Watts?
No, I don't.
You should look him up on your phone.
Yeah. How about Cody does the introduction to Chris Watts? Can you just look him up?
I could.
No, we're gonna let you actually talk about him, but I just want to see Cody like try and like muscle through.
In
this.
15 seconds, tell us who Chris Watts is. Go.
Cody or me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Cody.
Look at him. Look at him scrambling.
Convicted killer Chris Watts wrote chilling letters from prison in which he described the deaths of his wife and 2 children. Watts
children.
pleaded guilty in 2018
Yeah.
to the murder of his pregnant wife, Shannon.
What's fun? What's funny? What's funny about that?
Why did he go Shannon?
Because look how Shannon's spelled.
You know, guys. You know what's funny though? I have a whole note section of weird names, and then you literally just led into that, and we couldn't have planned that any
The
better.
poor lady's dead. And you care
Not
about her
that it's
name
a
is
weird
Shannon
name,
with
but
an
it's
A?
Because
spelled
it's
with.
stupid.
It's spelled different than normal.
Yeah, and that's why it's stupid.
May she rest in peace. Poor lady.
So what? You have names? You said.
I had names because it was. So I was at work the other day and I was watching TikTok, and there was these. I think it was a nurse, and she said the weirdest names that they've seen come through the ER. None of them are dirty.
Is that ethical? To like be a
Well,
nurse?
they didn't
and to,
say. They didn't say. I think she said they kept like a sheet in the back. They didn't do like last
They
names
kept
or
a sheet
anything.
in the back, like
I
making
think
fun
it
of
was just
people.
first names. So like the first one was L.A. with a hyphen A.
Wow.
Wow.
LaDasha.
Huh?
Yeah.
Well, dash.
Where'd you get dash from?
That's why I didn't. That's why I said hyphen and not dash. L.A. dash A.
Hymen?
It's LaDasha. Was pronounced
What?
LaDasha.
Did you
That
say
makes sense.
L-
That does
A-
make sense, though.
L.A. Hyman A?
Kyle.
That's
if-
a Jewish name, right?
What if Cody's name was LaDasha?
What about so
Kodashi.
CVIIILYN? Anybody figure
can't
that
be
one out?
Civilian.
Civilian, no, but that's what it looked like.
Cody's a civilian.
Yes.
Are those
The
real?
evil civilian.
Yeah.
Like I wonder,
8.
like that's actually on the birth certificate.
Caitlin.
That's
I
not
mean,
a
I don't
weird-
know.
that's not
I
a
don't
weird
know if
name.
this is like one of those Reddit things that you really,
Wait,
You
spell-
can't
what is
believe
it?
or-
C what?
CVIIILYN.
Civilian.
Yeah,
So
I-
VII is
it's
8.
8. Oh,
So
well,
it's Caitlin.
okay, but that's
I
just
mean,
people trying to be artsy for no
There's
reason.
got to
That's
be
fire.
stupid
I
enough
can't
people to
lie.
do that out there. You know there is.
Fire.
What about
Working your thumbs more than your mouth,
what
buddy.
about that one? 8 DEN
Aiden.
was pronounced as
Aiden.
Aiden. Yeah.
Aiden. Cody Aiden.
Like you're setting your kid up for.
Aiden.
Or with the name Adam spelled ATOM.
Like the wrestler
It's like a
Adam
science
Bomb.
term. I think you're setting your kid up for like to get bullied. OTION.
Odin.
Ocean.
Ocean.
Do you guys
That's a stupid name regardless.
Dude.
do you guys think that Cody was grown in a lab?
Like he was a bacteria that was in a petri dish.
Yeah.
Think about a little bacteria cell with his hair and glasses.
do you Why are we in a mood today?
No.
What is he looking at?
What is he doing?
He looks like he's doing something he's not supposed to do.
Can we go back to the
You
Chris
know what
Watts
I'm
thing for a
doing.
second?
Yes.
We never like
Cody really has
Elaborated
to listen
on
up for
that.
this,
Why Sue doesn't? Never mind.
you don't know about Chris Watts?
No, I just read about him. I know about him.
Do you?
though. Yeah.
You do.
Yes.
So, Kyle, you were the one that told me about it, remember? On the drive to Philadelphia? That
Oh
year?
yeah.
You told me about the guy that. I mean, I don't know. Do you want me to?
You can
go
talk
into it,
about
or-
whatever you want.
I mean, he did it.
So he had an affair. He was married. He had 2 little girls, Cece and Bella, and he was married. And he had an affair, and he proceeded to kill his 2 little girls and put them. He worked in an oil field. Put them each in an oil tank, and kill his pregnant wife, and bury her body. You have to add to it because I know you watched. You definitely watched too. And then they made a Lifetime movie out of it, and he's confessed. He's made like 3 different confessions, and they're all different.
But it took him like a while to. He said for how long that he didn't do it. That he, like they remember when they came to the house. At first.
What happened with the oil?
Why is that funny?
Like, did you say it was an oil like like a barrel?
Tank? Oil
Oh,
tank?
a tank.
Like a barrel
Like,
of
but
oil.
like, why is that funny?
me and Josh find the word oil very funny.
Because it's either something that
It was
lubricates
petrol. It was
your
like
engine,
like
or
oil, like
or goes on your sandwich.
Okay.
We're not laughing at you. Just me and Josh have talked about this before.
No,
Like-
I know, but the 2 little babies died.
Sorry.
You can't laugh about
Sorry.
that. You'll laugh about anything. Special guest, Ham, the cat.
Ham.
Yeah, I wonder if you
Don't
can
do
hear
it.
his groaning in the
I
background.
know.
You definitely can't. Ham's been on before.
Oh yeah, Ham's big adventure. We named an episode after him.
Oh,
Ham's big adventure.
why was he
Episode,
on?
what, 38?
What did he do?
When he crashed the dishes all
Oh,
over the
I
floor.
remember that.
Ham, don't do it.
That is so obnoxious.
Sorry, I had to get my Coke Zero.
Okay, we were talking about just your love of true crime.
Hmm.
So, what is it about it that draws you in? Because I like it too, and I think most people that like it like the taboo nature of it, like how it's something that like you don't hear about or see in your everyday life. So it's like,
Okay,
Is that why some people are pedophiles?
well, I can't answer.
I'm
that.
serious. I'm serious.
I don't know.
I feel like it calms me almost when I watch it. Like it takes
Is it?
it takes me out of my head and my worries, and I don't think about my anxiety and worries, and then I focus on
You're able, yeah.
what is actually going on in the true crime.
Do you know when I used to say this, but I don't know if it was for you too. Like when I was a little kid and I would see a scary movie in the store, I would like be so scared, but I couldn't look away at the cover.
Well, it's like what is it like when they say like a train wreck? Like you
Yeah, like you have to.
have to look. You
Is
don't
that-
want to look, but you have to
Like
look.
when you pass like a
No.
big crash on the highway.
No, because I don't have a problem.
When have you ever
Looking.
passed a big crash?
But you see like lights ahead and you like have to stare at what happened.
Like that. Like you sent the clip in our text the other day.
Classic.
Did everybody watch it? The Final Destination. I watched
Oh
it.
yeah.
I was at work, and I don't know. You seemed really bothered by it. I
Well,
kind of
the actual clip doesn't bother me, but I had because I've seen the movie before, and I was driving over the train tracks, and I like looked down the line of the train tracks, and it just like hit me. I was like, "What if I got stuck here?" And like that happened. Because have you
Yeah,
ever
when you-
have you guys ever seen the Final Destination train track scene?
Probably a long time.
The guy's car gets stuck on the train track, and then his seatbelt gets stuck. Like he can't take his seatbelt off while the train's
He
coming.
kind of deserved it though. He parked it there.
True, but
I mean, he had passengers. So he made it out, and then there was a piece of metal on the tracks, and the wind blew, and it didn't even get him. It got the kid that helped him, right? That saved him.
yeah, Final Destination.
Chopped his head
Those
off.
movies are so like stupid, but
Whenever I go over train tracks, even if the lights aren't on or like haven't, I mean, if they haven't like just turned off or on, I always look both ways on the train track
Uh-huh.
just because like, I don't know, what if the lights don't work or something?
Well, if I'm waiting, like, and the train just goes by, I wait another couple seconds. I know that it just passed, but
Yeah. You don't know if
I don't know.
or if there's one like following behind it and they forgot or something.
also trains, like, stuff could go flying off of them, behind them.
Like
so
lumber.
I wait. I don't know. Like what?
Like lumber.
you know Cody's
Yeah.
nickname in middle school was Lumberhead.
That wasn't middle school. That was fucking high school.
Why? Why?
Well, look at his head. It looks like a big piece
No,
of lumber.
it was lumber neck.
It's not
Oh
nice.
yeah, it was lumber neck.
Why?
Look at his neck.
That's not nice.
We should put that Cody neck picture in the photo dump.
Wait, hold on.
What neck picture?
Let's
Did
see
you
if
just
he-
This one?
Yes. Look at how big his neck is in that picture.
He looks like a like.
Looks like a filter.
Did you say he looks like a thumb?
Damn, that's a thumb. So in back-to-back weeks, Cody got called a melted ice cream cone and a thumb.
No, that was old Cody.
Yeah, they were both old Cody. What is new Cody? He's evil. He's not evil to this week, guys. He's wearing white.
Where, dude, can you tell me where? Remember you asked where he is?
Yeah, he said. I asked Cody the other day where evil Cody was, and he said he's in the laundry.
In the laundry.
You only have one black shirt.
No, I.
He said there's two evil
There's
Codys in
two
the laundry.
Codys. He's been evil for that long. They used both shirts. It wasn't just a one-time thing.
Well, remember on Monday he was, and then during the podcast day he was.
Yeah. It's up to you. What?
So Angel Cody has a man bun and a white shirt, and evil Cody wears a bandana with his hair down and a black shirt.
Angel Cody?
Why is it
Can this
angel?
episode be featuring them and Angel Cody?
It's featuring him like he's on a weekly like.
Well, what about Evil Cody? He was featured last week.
He was a new character.
So Angel Cody's like the regular Cody?
Yeah.
Okay.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, me too.
Why?
Oh, I don't know if you're like very angelic every week.
Can we get back on topic?
Yeah.
Right.
So, how about that athlete's foot?
That's
He's
not
been
what we were
waiting for
talking
this all
about.
day.
Yeah, but I want to talk about it.
That's were we still talking about Chris Watts?
I don't know what else is there to say.
He is a murderer, and
He's in
he
jail,
is in
right?
jail. And also, a lot of women write to him that they're in love with him because they think he's attractive, and I think that's sick.
Oh my god, I was just gonna say that to you. Like they said that they had to cut his mail off at a certain point because he was getting so much mail in prison. Women like, and you know, I watched Dr. Phil talk about it, and he said that it's because it's almost like they can't get him. He's in jail for life. So it's almost like these women know he's untouchable, so they can't. It's not going to go anywhere.
They want what they can't have.
Yeah. So I mean, he can write letters to him, great, but he can't come out and hurt him. He's gone. I mean, he's away. He's not gone, but
You think all those women are single?
no.
Do you think some of those women like do it behind their husband's back?
Yes.
Imagine if you were the husband and you found out.
You're writing a serial, not even a serial killer, but a killer,
A
and
killer that killed his
Killed his
pregnant
entire
wife and
family?
kids.
Jesus.
Okay, I don't know why I forgot. Oh, have you ever had an athlete's foot, Cody?
No, I have not actually.
Has anyone?
I have never.
I have not.
Why is it called athlete's foot?
Hey, Icy Joe, have you? Into the mic.
Common with athletes because I think,
They get a foot.
starts with sweat or whatever.
But you're not an
And it's-
athlete. But you had it.
What?
But you're not an athlete, and you had it.
I was.
There's one that's
Gymnastics is disgusting. One
What's
of the
what's the jock one that I read today?
jock itch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you have jock
it's like-
itch, Cody?
What the fuck is that?
It's where your jock strap is itches.
That's not it.
Wait,
That's
Cody,
normal.
Cody, did you used to wear a girdle for
No.
football?
No,
Why?
because it was uncomfortable.
So you didn't wear it?
Yes.
What is a girdle?
It's like pads under pads, so it's like shorts with like tight shorts with pads.
Like on your balls?
Well, not pads on my balls, but like
What about a cup?
Yeah, did you wear a cup?
they want you to wear cups, but
You
I didn't. No,
Oh my God.
dude, it's so uncomfortable.
That's probably why Cody didn't like football.
Yeah, I got pancaked once and got kneed in the nuts. And I quit a week
Think about
later.
how big the other person must have been that they pancaked Cody.
I can't think about Cody getting manhandled.
I've never seen it happen.
And it only happened because I got through.
I've only
The
seen it
lineman
happen
that-
one time, and it was by a fence. We were at the park one time, and he tried to
my
chase
God,
someone,
dude.
and he hopped the fence, and he landed on his back, and he couldn't get up.
Really?
Yeah, he like got the wind knocked out of him.
How is that funny?
Because I can picture it.
Dude, that was like 4 years ago.
Was he
I'll
laying on
never
the ground
forget
like,
it. Yeah, I think he used to like bring an inhaler with him too. But he doesn't have asthma.
I have asthma.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
How do you know that he doesn't have asthma? Are
Because
you his
don't-
doctor?
You never. Have you ever had an inhaler on you in the past 3 years?
Yeah,
When?
during football.
When did you play football?
I played junior year.
Did
There's
you?
a thing
Yes.
of sports-induced asthma.
And
right?
I was in practice in the summer
I
for
don't
sophomore
remember
year.
I don't remember that.
Okay.
You can like tell when people have asthma. They always look like nervous in life at all times.
So you're saying Cody looks
Like
nervous
if
all the
you
time?
lined up 10 people, I could point out who has asthma if one of them has it.
So you're saying Cody looks nervous all the time?
Yeah.
Who is the person that we saw the other day that we were like, look how submissive they look? Do
I don't remember at all.
you know what I'm talking about?
No.
TD.
I don't know who it was, Josh.
I can't. It's one of those things that I can't remember and it's bothering me.
It will just come up. My cord's stuck to the chair. Hold on.
Dude, that chair is gonna be so annoying on here.
I'm sorry.
Do you guys remember Green Guy? Every time you guys say like,
Green Giant.
no, remember Green Guy? Remember that day we were up at Kohl's, and the guy was walking.
Oh yeah, I do.
Every time you say like, okay, remember who did we say look this, or who did we say look that?
Was he walking on the side of the road?
Yeah, and he was dressed like head to toe, green hat, everything.
I do
like,
remember that.
emerald green shirt, pants, shoes. You guys made up a whole story about him. Do you remember that? You
I
don't
do.
remember.
No, I don't.
Dude, who was it?
Where were we? When was it?
I don't know.
Like, you have to.
Were we watching TV? We saw someone and we were like,
Wasn't it? Was it during the NBA like All-Star stuff?
dude, I don't know. I just remember we said something that, and we were like, the person looked so submissive.
I don't remember.
You said it like the other day. I don't remember who it was.
What are you doing?
What have we done together the past few days?
Weber.
I don't think it was.
No, it wouldn't have been Weber. 'Cause you don't really, we don't talk to each other during Weber.
It wasn't someone at the gym.
No, it wasn't. We would know immediately.
It had to be something on TV.
Maybe it's in the texts.
It wasn't at WrestleMania 1, was it? Yes, it was. It was Howard Finkel. It was Howard Finkel. I just remembered. I just talked to myself.
That's going in
through
the
it.
dump.
Howard Finkel from WrestleMania 1. Yeah, but he's dead too, isn't he?
Yeah.
Let me find it now so I don't forget, so I can do the dump. It's up to you guys. Do you want to do the album or do you want to do some? We've had numerous requests pour in to bring back the Reddit threads.
Can we do? I have a bunch of Reddit things. Can we do that, and then album, and then snack time
Okay. Yes, sir.
for the ending?
Yes,
Does
sir.
that sound like a good plan?
Aye, boss.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I was gonna say let's get the album done.
The album's the best part of the podcast.
Not according to Jimmy.
I like the Reddit.
Jimmy
thread.
don't even listen anymore. He fell off.
I have never fallen off, by the way.
Me either.
Okay.
We only have 2 loyal listeners.
No, 3.
3?
I lost. And my sister.
Trebek.
No.
What do you mean no?
No.
No what?
Moving on.
What about Bat? Why did Bat comment on our thing and it said like splendid or something?
You know what he's trying to get me to ask, right?
No.
He's trying to get me out of who the third one is. Because he named the 2 I already know.
Me, Kayla, and Trebek.
And I lost.
So you're forgetting about our most loyal listener. I'm not asking you
What did you say? I lost.
about the third person.
Oh, the fan, the number 1 fan.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
What?
I'm not asking you about the third person.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, all right.
Do you guys have a fan club? We should start a fan club.
We can't.
The campfire.
You can't start a fan club for your own
Dave
podcast.
Thomas.
What?
Is that what it was?
What?
The third person.
For what?
You just said we have 3 fans.
I feel like I'm watching 2 people speaking 2 different languages
And
to
then-
try to talk.
and you said
I
I lost Trebek, and then you didn't say the third one.
No.
And so then I didn't say
I
who.
said we have 3, meaning those 2.
That's 4.
I lost. No, that's why I said.
That's 4.
That's why I said 3. I said those 2. I lost, and then I said 4. My sister too.
Yeah, you did.
Go back and listen.
What's his name? I lost.
Yeah.
I lost. If you're If you're listening to this, can you start a fan club?
He's the only
He's
member.
the campfire sessions groupie.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
We have some business to attend to with him, but we will next week.
He's gonna be on 1 week.
We have to figure out
gotta
how
call
to
him in.
have it happen.
Once we figure out what we talked about in the text the other day, once we
Yeah.
figure that out, it's over.
What are we doing here?
We're just talking.
There's
Album.
no, we don't.
Reddit.
We just get into it. There's no
We
like.
can do some Reddit. I saved a couple of Reddit threads, so you can do.
Right,
Your
I
have
wasn't
a-
told I was supposed to do that.
You don't
You
have
weren't.
to because I have plenty.
Do you have anything to talk about? You have a list. Come on now.
Well, these are the notes on the album.
You do
I
more stuff
listened-
though.
I listened to it like 4 times.
That's more than they.
I had the
listened to it.
names. Oh, so yeah, but this is kind of boring. I don't think you want to talk about that. What did he say? That's more
Cody's
than
like,
they did.
I listened to it like a couple hours ago once.
I listened to it 4 times. I did, and I took notes. Look, Cody, look at my notes.
Okay, Reddit time.
Wait, do you have anything to talk about?
I don't think anybody wants to talk about this. It was just a thought I had.
Go ahead.
Well, so in last week's episode, you talked about the Michael Jackson impersonator.
Oh yeah.
And I was just thinking that because I'm a lot older, how big impersonators used to be. Like, they used to impersonate, I mean, there used to be Elvis and Cher and
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Liza
Like,
Minnelli and
I don't think today, like I don't
who
think someone
who
could
would
make
be
a
worthy
living.
of, or that anybody, I mean, who does anybody even impersonate?
There's probably like Taylor Swift and stuff.
There was one guy that impersonated Drake a couple years ago, and he made a couple like,
Oh, I
Big
think I
bucks.
remember that. But he only lasted for like a year.
but he still did like big shows.
Yeah. But the Michael Jackson guy, what did you say? 40
years.
Yeah. So he said 40. Was it 40 on the dot?
He was
Going into was he
it
going?
was 40 years because I read his backstory, and he was discovered when he was 16. He was out dancing at like, I think it was some place they were playing Michael Jackson, and somebody was like, this kid really knows his moves, so he kind of went on from there.
Yeah. So he made basically his live. I don't know what else he does in his
He's
life.
a makeup
but
artist and now a dance instructor.
Yeah, but so he has been associated with Michael Jackson for 40 years.
40 years.
I don't know if that could happen today.
No, I don't think so. I mean, think of all the Elvis impersonators that
Yeah.
you know.
I don't know if this like really ties in, but I feel like music now is not nearly as good as it was back then. Like, I don't feel like anyone's really worth impersonating in a way.
Well, there's no Beatles, there's no Michael Jackson, there's no like Elvis. There's no like it's not as like iconic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Kanye, he's out there going nuts. So
Yeah. He would have
he
would have
probably would have been up there.
Yeah, his legacy is getting tarnished, and it's pretty
Yeah,
sad that he's like
it is.
Yeah. But I'm trying to think, like, even like I said, for example, Taylor Swift. Is she gonna when will she be remembered for the next 50 years after? I mean, I don't know. I feel like she might.
She might. I mean, she's bringing in hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I mean, think about how much her concert tickets go for.
Yeah. What do you think, Cody? I agree.
Yeah, no, I agree. No,
What do you
No,
agree with? There's
no, I think the reason there aren't as many impersonators is because there's like that selection of time where one person is like really popular, like Elvis or like Michael Jackson, where
Yeah.
like everyone listens to that like one artist. So it's kind of easier to make a living if you're like making more shows about or like as that one artist.
So you're saying, like, for example, like Michael Jackson, like everyone listened to him in like the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
There's not like you don't think artists like last as long? Is that what you mean? Like today, like they don't.
Yeah, and not even like as maybe influential or as big as Michael Jackson was.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of it has to do also with streaming and how easy it is to access music every day.
how many different platforms there are for it.
Yeah, you can just listen to so much music in a day. Where like back in the day when there were CDs and stuff, you had to buy like what you loved and like listen to that all day.
Josh, you will remember this. I don't know if Kayla and you will, Kyle will, but do you remember LimeWire?
Yep.
You do remember too? Do you remember when we got the letter in the mail and we were all like
Yeah.
like fearing for
were
our
downloading
like
too
thinking the
much
feds were
music.
gonna come and get Josh?
Yeah.
But
I was
yeah,
downloading too much music.
it's definitely easier to listen to music now.
I also think that like there's certain really popular artists, but I feel like they're so, like, for example, there's a bunch of popular country artists. They're so set in their like type of music that they make that not everyone's gonna listen to them. Does that kind of make
They're
sense?
not, they don't span.
They don't
Like there's
transcend.
like
Yes,
like let's
you're
say
right.
like
Yes.
Post Malone is very popular, but I don't think everyone's gonna love his music.
Definitely not.
Or like Morgan Wallen country, no one's gonna. Josh and Kyle aren't gonna listen to him. Cody's not gonna listen to him.
I do feel like back, like maybe in Elvis's day and the Beatles, and back then they didn't distinguish so much between. I think you're right. Genres of music. I kind of think it was like the biggest star,
just-
and everybody just kind
yeah.
of listened to him. And
It was just known as like
Yeah.
music, the popular music.
yeah,
Yeah. So I feel like that's a good way to go into the album, but we can do Reddit threads first.
do the album and then do the Reddit threads.
Speaking of Michael Jackson, The Weeknd, who sounds very much like to
Oh yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's catching on, Josh.
We listened to Starboy by The Weeknd this week, and we got both of our guests to join the fun. We're almost done with our weekend marathon.
2 more weeks.
Yeah, so Starboy, it's not my favorite weekend album, but I definitely like it more than last week's album, Beauty Behind the Madness. How about you guys? Because you guys have been listening along with me.
Oh yeah, I listened to this album a lot. Like a lot.
Really, dude?
What?
Dude,
Trying to
that-
run a professional show here.
That's just low, dude.
Dude, it's Starboy, right?
Yeah.
I listened to Starboy so much. Like that one song.
Bro's pulling a Nick.
Dude, there's 18 songs.
Dude, Starboy is a song. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's the first song.
Of
Let's-
what?
The album.
What album?
You know, we had to listen to like the album called Starboy, right? With 18 songs. It's like an hour.
Dude, that's a single.
Dude.
Like a single song.
You're milking it. It's not funny anymore.
Can we all give it a rating before we talk into it?
Before?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then we gotta explain why.
Okay. Talk regular, dude.
What?
Why are you holding it like that?
It doesn't change the way I'm talking. It's just comfortable. Why can't I hold it like
You're
this?
such a- Look at him. What if you looked
Weird.
over and Cody was doing that?
Do it. Do it.
What do you mean do it?
Do
He
it.
is doing it.
Oh, hold on. He's holding it like this.
He's holding it like he's like
Like it's like coming
I
into
look
the
at like a
ceiling.
UFC.
you're like at Madison Square Garden.
Like Howard.
Yeah.
My
For
man
s-
bun is so tight right now too. Look at
You're
it.
losing oxygen.
Is Cody's.
No, Cody always wears a loose bun.
I like that. You can rip it out easily.
Cody has good bun hair. You know what I mean?
My
He doesn't have a good hairline for it though.
Come on.
Neither do
Neither do
you.
you. I'm sorry.
See, Cody always says like at least his is even, but it's
It's
even-
more even than yours.
It's evenly bad, buddy.
Evenly better than yours.
You guys just sat here for the last 20 minutes and ranked on Cody, and all you did was give him a look as soon as Cody said something, and he apologized.
We were having a conversation about an album here.
Cody's head looks like the shape of pit vipers.
What?
His forehead. You know, pit vipers put them upside down. It looks like his forehead.
Come on.
He has a big golden McDonald's M.
You have that. I
Come
was just
on.
gonna say yours is an M.
Starboy. Starboy.
I should be
guys.
balding. I'm older. Cody's ripe.
I'm a year younger than you.
All right, to the album.
Yes. Are we rating it, everybody?
Yeah.
Out of 10
Okay.
first? Okay. I give it a 7.5 out of 10.
That's what I was gonna say.
I'm giving it a 6 out of 10.
It's way, way out of my my listening wheelhouse. I'm gonna give it like a 4.
Oh my god.
I mean, it could have been worse. Definitely could have been worse, but
I agree. No,
I don't.
I'll give it a 7.
I'll give it a 7.6.
Really, dude?
What? I
I
gave
kinda
my
miss Evil
rating.
Cody.
Huh?
I miss Evil Cody. This is how it is every week.
Okay, I have. Did I ever show you how many notes I have?
No. Why?
I
Oh,
wrote
wait.
about every song.
I did too. Hold on.
It's
Oh,
gonna be.
me
He's gonna show the phone. It's gonna be blank.
No, it's not blank. It's not blank.
No, I do too. What is it? What did you show?
It's like 3 sentences.
No, it's like 1, and it's my
No,
favorite.
Josh's
songs.
notes actually scroll. Like you have to scroll to get to the bottom.
I
of
did
them.
too.
I'm very passionate about music.
Yes.
I wasn't aware
Look,
that we were
look at all
supposed to
these
take
notes
notes, but
Is that about the album?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Bullshit. You just
I-
exit out of it.
It's about the album.
So why did
you
you not
can
keep
read
it
it.
open?
What's the title of it?
How many shits I took in the year 2024?
Here, look.
I can't read it.
let me see.
It says "Once Upon a Time."
Did you write a thesis statement about the album?
We should write an essay one week, all 3 of us on a topic, and have somebody like judge it.
Have a panel of judges, and you guys have to read your
We do
essay.
like a poetry contest.
Yeah.
Slam poetry.
We should do a freestyling contest one day.
No, it has to be a written, like a rap battle, but written.
All right.
Okay. Okay. I have track by track notes. Does anyone else?
I have them in my head.
Should
I have it in my
okay,
head.
We're gonna go song by song then. Okay.
I have notes.
Okay. The first song is Starboy featuring Daft Punk.
This is one of my least favorite songs in the album.
Should I just wrote what should I read what I wrote?
Yeah.
The Weeknd fully accepting his status as a star in the music industry. When the song came out, he made an Instagram post captioned "R.I.P. at AbleXO." What that means is he's accepting his new role as a pop star, and the R.I.P. thing is like his old Instagram handle. Before he was famous, he changed his Instagram to @The Weeknd. So he was just saying like rest in peace to the old me. I'm a star now. I just wrote it's a great pop song and a great catchy single for the album.
It was. I don't know a lot of records by name or albums by name, but I at least knew this song.
You probably heard it on the radio.
Yeah, this one I so it started the album out good for me.
It's a good song. I like it.
I liked it. I thought it was catchy, like you said. It wasn't anything like amazing.
No,
But
it's
it was
not.
a
It's
good
not one
song.
of his best songs, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I feel like this is the Eric Andre show tonight. So something about this is like,
All right, Cody, what do you think?
I agree.
lay off.
Me?
Yeah, that's my friend.
Sorry, dude.
What do you think about Starboy, Cody?
What only you can pick on, Cody?
Yeah.
The thinker is not in
Come on, thinker.
think mode.
He doesn't even remember what it sounds like, does he?
He doesn't remember what artist we're talking about.
Are we going through every song?
Yes.
Well,
We
All
do
I
every
know-
week.
all I know about this song is that it's the first song that my dad liked from The Weeknd. So
So I guess a Jared seal of approval.
yeah,
That's the first ever song on this podcast that has gotten the Jared seal of approval. So that's
All
a
right,
big
that's
thing.
pretty good. Okay, let's go. You can go through these faster if you want. Party Monster. I think I said this song reminds me of the Trilogy lyrics, but it has pop production instead of the Trilogy production.
I thought it had catchy lyrics, like it would have been something that you would have heard on the radio. And I don't know if they actually put it on the radio, but I felt like it
I
had
feel like it probably has been on.
catchy, like a catchy tune.
Yeah. I said it's still about partying and women, which is what he used to sing about, but now it has a very poppy sound rather than his
Mm.
earlier stuff that was like different. I like this song.
I agree with that.
oh, I agree too.
But a big pattern I noticed on this album that wasn't on past weekend albums is that it's like with the transition to like mainstream, I guess. It seems like he's gotten more like a little bit of like repetitiveness to the songs,
Yeah,
especially like on the next one coming up.
he's a little safer.
Yeah.
Next one's False Alarm. It was one of the big singles from this album. I used to hate it when it came out, but then he released Dawn FM, and it reminds me of that sound a little bit.
This reminds me like it would be in like a car commercial.
Yeah, it's very commercial and like grand sounding.
Yeah.
I really do not like this song at all. I don't know why, but I don't.
All right.
So Kayla and I listened to this album together the first time, and I immediately said, "Oh, I like this song," and she said, "I hate it." So it was probably my favorite on the album.
Really?
Yeah.
I like it. It's not my favorite on the album, but I've grown to appreciate it.
I like the background mixing. You know how there's like a lot going on in the background, and
Yeah.
it's not just the singing. I liked that.
Yeah,
That's why it sounds like a car commercial to me.
makes sense.
Like it sounds like somebody like I don't know, just driving in a car. Like it would be like I should have just stopped at car commercial.
Yeah. Reminder is just a fine song. I don't really have much to say about it.
I think the
It's-
second half of this album was better.
Yeah, these next few songs are kind of.
I didn't like Reminder. I kept wanting to shut it off.
Yeah, it's
kept
a little
wanting to,
boring. It's
like,
okay.
Fast forward through it.
That's one that I don't really like remember much because
Yeah,
like
it's just
it just was
yeah.
there.
Rockin', another kind of okay song. It's
I like this.
It's
song.
upbeat.
Yeah.
It had a catchy beat.
Yeah, it's an upbeat song. I read about the lyrics and it says it's still about like an explicit relationship, I guess, but he's not so outward with it. He's not as like on his earlier like when we listened to Trilogy, like he was a little more
Yeah.
upfront. But
Way more.
yeah. Secrets is a little slower. It also kind of reminds me of Dawn FM. It sounds very 80s.
I didn't like Secrets either.
I said it was dreamlike.
I felt like I feel like these the 4, 5, and 6 grouped kind of got lost in each other. Like a lot of them are very similar.
Yeah. I agree. True Colors is kind of I guess you could call it a ballad. It's about wanting to find out who someone is deeper than just them on the surface. And I put another side note. It seems like the way he's singing about relationships and women on this album is different and more positive than he normally is.
Yeah. 'Cause
I
he's-
liked this song.
He's very in the past. He's very like
Toxic.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Seems like he's a little better on this album.
I thought True Colors was a little too rhymey for me. Like everything just rhymed, and it bugged me a little.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
one line after the other just ended in a rhyme, and it felt like almost too much.
Cody just got a DoorDash notification because there's multiple people logged into his account, and the person's name is Wilmer.
It's Wilmer. WILMER.
What if Cody's name is Wilmer?
I would like that.
Why is Cody's name Cody? Why can't he have like an interesting name?
Oh my God. It's awesome.
I know some of the names that I was like.
Oh, that
debated
you were
on
maybe gonna get named. What were they?
having.
Is that Junie?
I only remember 2 right now.
Yeah, what are they?
One was Jaden, and the other one was Preston.
Are you serious?
So your name would be Preston Robert Armstrong?
What were you gonna be named if you were a
1950s
girl? Do
odd
you know?
name.
I think Jaden was,
Jaden was the girl name.
yeah. Well, Jaden was like kind of both,
Yeah.
but that's the only like girl name I think I know of.
You don't remember any of their names?
Josh's name was almost Sam.
Or Brandon.
Brandon. Dude, that cat shit stinks. Koosh just took a big shit.
Let's continue with the album.
Should I continue to drag myself through this?
Yes.
Stargirl interlude featuring Lana Del Rey. One of my favorite
Really
songs.
don't like this one.
I love this one.
One of my favorite songs on the album, and it's only a minute.
I wish it was a full song.
It was one of your
Yeah.
favorite. I
Yeah.
absolutely hated it.
I wrote, I love Lana's feature, and The Weeknd closes the track out perfectly.
So it's funny because it's maybe a generational thing, right? Where you were finding that you like some of the songs and then I absolutely hate them.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a good, like, I liked that they named it Stargirl on the Starboy album. Her voice, though, and I put the girls because I didn't know who it was. It was just shrieky. It was grating. It annoyed me.
Well, it's supposed to be like that.
I know. I just,
normally.
I didn't like it.
I had a vision.
The reason that he put her on this song is because he said he felt at times that her music by herself and his music by himself, like their lyrics would talk to each other, like just out of coincidence. He felt like their song themes were very similar, so he's decided that she would be good for the Stargirl like character on the album.
You know what? Because you give a lot of the background, so I think
Well,
I'm going to go back and listen to it
genius does.
through one more time, knowing what you just said. You know, and like now that I know about Stargirl and
Yeah.
what you said, maybe I'll listen to it and think differently. But because you're good at researching and knowing you know your music stuff.
Yeah, it's all just verbatim from Genius website, but
What's to look for, B?
Just what Josh is saying.
at least I put some time and effort into it rather than
If
just
you're gonna go back and listen to it, don't read the lyrics of Stargirl interlude.
Why?
Her entire part
sexually
is
explicit.
her imagining getting fucked in the kitchen.
Well, so when we get to number 14, that's why I didn't like number
All right.
14 because it was too.
You would really, really not like the earlier Weekend albums then.
You know what? Do you know what I actually, up until just recently, I kept confusing him with Bruno Mars. So I expected his album to be like more upbeat and poppy. And then I realized that it wasn't Bruno Mars. I was
Isn't Bruno
listening to.
Mars more like smooth though? Like,
they
I
kinda
guess
have,
it depends.
I mean,
they kind of have a similar
I don't know.
sound.
It's not my kind of music, so I stepped out here to listen, but I kind of thought that,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sidewalks featuring Kendrick Lamar. It's just about, from what I read, it's about their early upbringings in life, like the rough upbringings of their lives. And I also thought, because we know how good of a singer The Weeknd is, it was cool to hear him sing in auto-tune, because we know he's not using it as a crutch. It's just an effect. I thought it was cool.
That's one of my favorites on the album.
Yeah, I
I
like
thought
it.
it was like catchy. It was a good listen.
I did like this one.
And I said I don't really love Kendrick on it, but he wasn't like offensively bad or anything.
Kendrick has some features that are very out there. Like,
He doesn't always fit on the song.
yeah.
I feel like he kind of fit. I feel like their voices kind of.
Yeah, he was. I just
Like,
don't. I'm not like a huge
combine well
Kendrick
together.
fan. So, 6 Feet Under is just like a kind of just like a basic club song, I guess. It has Future on it, but he's not credited. It's an okay song.
Yeah, that one was decent. Again, I didn't mind listening to it, but I don't know if I would like go back and.
Yeah, I don't skip it when I listen to it, but I don't ever like seek it out. Love to Lay has a good hook, a good catchy hook.
Yeah, my note I wrote, you might hear it on the radio.
Yeah,
I don't know if they ever released it to the radio, but
I think a lot of these songs, like honestly, the majority of these songs got radio play at some point. The title "Love to Lay" is about a girl that likes to sleep around.
Huh.
A Lonely Night is a song about The Weeknd talking to a girl and apologizing to her because he led her to the belief that they would be more than just a one-night stand.
This is my favorite song on the album.
I really like this one. I think the beat is really catchy. Like I feel like this song, like
If the lyrics weren't about like sex as much, I could see this being like an 80s Michael Jackson song.
I would. Next sentence that was going to come out of my mouth was, "This is one of the most Michael Jackson
it's
sounding
like-
songs."
I thought
It's
the
like-
same thing. It's funny. I thought the same thing.
It's like off the wall era Michael Jackson.
I said it had a good beat.
Yeah, it's good. I like that one. Attention is the only song in the album that I just flat out don't like.
I didn't like it at all.
I don't. I think the hook is kind of grating. I always skip it when I play this album. It's very rare that I don't like a Weeknd song, and I don't like this one.
Is that a first so far?
Maybe.
I think it might be.
No, Beauty Behind the Madness. I don't like a couple of those songs, like Losers.
Oh, true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay, so here's a song you want to talk about, Ordinary Life, number 14.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to actually specifically talk about it, but I didn't like it. There were too many references.
To come.
Yes, I just didn't love it.
I said I think it's one of his most underrated songs because it takes the themes of his early work, and it's the same. If you look at the lyrics, it's the same lyrics as his early work, but like masquerading as a pop song. But it's still like a very dark song if you really read into the lyrics. I just think it's a good song.
I like it. I didn't really read into the lyrics like you did.
I have a quick question,
But-
Josh.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure it's not confirmed, but I'm sure it's up for interpretation. But in the first line of this song is, "Heaven in her mouth got a hell of a tongue." Is he referring to the fact that his penis is heaven and it's in her mouth, or is he saying that her mouth is so good that it's like heaven?
I'm pretty sure he's saying that her mouth is heavenly,
Oh, okay.
and then he says "hell of a tongue," and it's the heaven and hell contrast. Isn't that so beautiful?
Yeah, especially if his last album is called that. It's supposed to be, isn't it?
I think so.
What?
And then the next line, it just...
Go ahead and read it.
You want me to read
Read
it?
it without cringing.
Read it with straight face.
Make Cody read it.
The second group of lyrics.
I can feel her teeth when I drive on a bump.
What led him to say that?
Probably is
He's-
about a real
Like,
experience.
he's in the studio and he's like,
He probably was thinking about the night before.
Carhead.
more? You want me to keep reading?
I didn't say go ahead.
she
I
say?
said
Oh.
carhead.
Oh, Roadhead, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, keep reading on.
I can't read it.
Cody can.
Fingers letting go of the wheel when I come.
And then he proceeds to stutter, like harmonize with it, and he's like, "What wheel when I come? What wheel when I come?"
Now you know why I made those notes.
Yes.
And then he also has a line that just says, "Die when I come." So,
It's about the guy. He says it about,
David Carradine.
yeah,
What does that mean?
he died from autoerotic asphyxiation.
Can you imagine if that was more common than it actually was, though? Like,
It's
is.
like when you like.
Can you imagine, like, if
I
it's like
know.
like Russian roulette,
Wait
like
until I explain to them what it is. It's like when you like choke yourself out and like you're about to pass out, and like apparently you get like a sexual rush from like being about to pass out when you like finish. But he like accidentally hung himself with like a belt or something because he was trying to choke himself.
So that we can just use his name for his album, like,
Yeah, because it's a famous, like everyone knows that that's what happened to him.
who is it? Who's this?
David Carradine. He was in Kill Bill.
Oh, Jesus, yeah, I do remember that.
Can we name this episode Autoerotic Asphyxiation? Okay. We have 4 songs left. Nothing Without You. This is a very unusual song for the Weeknd because it's him singing about being in love with a girl and how he would be nothing if he didn't have her in his life. Which, again, is not like him and his lyrics. He usually doesn't really care about women.
I didn't like this one.
It's a little repetitive, but I don't mind it. It's okay. Okay, moving on. All I Know featuring Future. It's a good collab between them, and I like Future's part.
Yeah, me too.
I liked it. I liked this song.
Future's part was really good.
Yeah, they have good chemistry. They have a song on Future's album too that Low Life. That is good.
Future was also on what 6 Feet Under. You said he
Yes,
didn't get credit for it.
Yeah, he was on it, but they didn't list him for some reason. I don't know why, but Die For You, my favorite song on the album, and one of my favorite songs, not just by The Weeknd, but in general.
I really like this one. Like, I remember I've listened to this a lot before when I listened to something other than country.
Yeah, and just to add real quick, I also said, just like Nothing Without You, it's very rare to hear him singing about literally saying he'll die for the girl and like how he just wants them to not like be in turmoil. He just wants the relationship to be good.
It was one of the ones I had heard before. And I feel like because I had heard Starboy, this Die For You, and then there's one more coming up that I had heard. It's hard for me to judge the ones I've heard before against the ones I've never heard.
Yeah.
So I just wrote I heard it before, and I mean, it's a good song. I'd listen to it again.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites by him and in general. And I Feel It Coming featuring Daft Punk, another 80s sounding song that also sounds like it might have possibly could have been a Michael Jackson song.
Yes, absolutely. I thought that when I was listening to it.
Yeah.
This was another one I had heard before.
Yeah, I like this song too. It's funny how he started the album and ended the album with the Daft Punk produced songs. Yeah, I like this album. There's only a couple songs I don't really like, but it's always a fun listen when I listen to it.
Yes, I agree with that, and I think it's probably this. This is probably like second or third for me from what we've listened to so far. I would say Beauty Behind the Madness is last, and then
I'd put this only below Trilogy and Kissland just because those are so good, but it's not like way below them.
well, you're counting Trilogy as one?
Well, like even if I separated them, I still like them
Okay.
all better.
I might put it. I don't know. I think it might be. I don't know if I like it better than Kissland or not, but
I don't.
You guys are gonna finish. You're gonna do all the Weekend albums.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do Kanye at all?
Um,
Does he have an album? Doesn't he have an album coming out?
it's out already.
It just released it.
Yeah, like last week.
Did you listen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we talked about it on last week. Remember you texted
You
about
did.
the
You actually did. I remember. Yep.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. You guys, would you want to do like another artist, or like should we start doing random
Well, we're
albums
doing it.
again?
Remember, we have a couple booked after this too. We have to do the Katy Perry album, a Taylor Swift album.
Oh yeah.
Remember?
I think you guys should do like albums of types of music that you do not listen to ever.
We tried to do
that a
that.
few times, and it was
Like you should do a country album
We
and fully listen to it
we tried to do albums
without
like that.
saying like, "Oh, I hate country."
I don't hate country though. I just don't like
I'll listen to
today's
like Johnny
country.
Cash.
I like outlaw country that makes me want to smoke a cigarette and drink a whiskey.
Why don't you do like old stuff, like old classic stuff, like Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA, or
we did some classic albums. We did Pink Floyd. We did the Beatles. We did. I feel like we did something else too.
if you did like even if you did Kenny Rogers, he's like the original like country, like mainstream country, not Willie Nelson country.
Yeah. It's up to them. I feel like the music thing is like my segment kind of, because I always like, I feel like, would you guys, if I didn't advocate for it so much, would you not want to do it?
We probably wouldn't do it. We do something maybe related to music, but I don't think it would be this.
Yeah.
Doesn't
So
mean
I
we-
have to-
it
it's like-
doesn't mean we dislike doing it. It's
That's
just,
why we started doing albums that they at least know the artist, because it was already
Oh,
hanging
they
on-
wouldn't listen to
it was already hanging on by a
Yeah.
thread.
Yeah.
We'll probably do some other older stuff at some point. But next week we have
My Dear Melancholy and After Hours, which we're not pairing them together. We're just doing them in the same episode.
yeah, because one is only 6 songs. We're not going to do a full episode on that, so we'll do that, and then After Hours with it.
Can you guys do the album 15 by Bad Baby?
I mean, we could one week. I don't care.
That'd be a hard listen.
We can do some Reddit stuff now.
Okay. I have a lot saved. I don't know what. Do you guys want to do like creepy? Do you want to do like?
I have a couple of stuff to read. A couple of things to read too.
I have this one up already, but I don't know if you guys want to. It's what's some common advice that's actually terrible.
Go ahead.
Okay, this one is just don't take no for an answer. I think that could.
Well, that's like if you're like trying to ask a girl out and she says no, then you should take it for an answer.
That's like a very common thing. Like, don't take no for an answer. Like, keep pushing.
I think
That a lot of people are told.
it depends on what it is. Like, maybe if like, yeah, if you're trying to get like a job, for example, maybe if you show that you're determined, but sometimes also it could be like this person's desperate. I feel like it just depends on the situation.
I agree.
You think Cody has said more than 10 words this episode?
I don't think
No,
so.
because I read the lyrics. I have.
Oh,
to.
yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
20.
so he's at like
Maybe 20.
17.
You know, I've
There's
also said I
actually-
agree a couple times.
Not many to this one, I didn't realize, but this last one is money won't make you happy. I
It'll help.
think
Money can't buy happiness, but it can buy the
What are you
things that-
doing?
it can buy the
it
things that
can
make you happy.
contribute to happiness.
These bros watching YouTube. What are you doing?
I got distracted.
Money can only make you happy if every other thing in your life is in a good place.
That's not true. Yeah, but you could use
If
the
you're
money.
on, if you're,
you could use the money to make yourself in a good place, though. It just depends on how
Yeah, but
much.
there's certain things you can't buy.
you can't buy health. I mean, if your health is failing,
I mean, we're getting to the point where
we're
like,
getting to
you
that
can- you
point, but
can-
we're not there
you
yet.
can buy a lot of it.
What about like family members? You can't buy a family member that's gone.
Well,
What do you mean?
you can adopt.
Yeah, but like if like someone's like brother dies,
yeah.
if someone's
I
like,
was like, we'll
what
just
about
replace
cloning?
them. We'll adopt them.
Yeah, you could
a
clone someone.
clone, imagine 2 evil Codys.
Dude, well, there is. They're in his laundry basket.
Dude,
Sorry, I had to move the
Chair
chair.
is awful.
Well, I got kicked out of my normal seat, so.
go
I
on.
You-
didn't.
Okay. I don't know if you guys like what type of
Just read them.
Reddit you want to. I have a.
Me, Josh, and Cody can talk about anything.
I can read one.
I could
Well,
sit
you
here
look.
through it.
Yeah, read one of yours.
Bro can agree with it.
Okay. Okay, hang on. This is from the Confessions subreddit.
Fuck.
The title. I destroyed a public bathroom, and when I was running away from the scene, I heard someone scream, "Oh my god," after they saw what I did.
Oh, can I just ask you what the username is?
It's
Is it
it's R.
Is it
it's u/Cody.
Preston R? U/Preston
Is this a
R.
confession or a subreddit?
The subreddit is
No, I meant, is this a confession of yours or
Oh,
a
yeah.
subreddit?
This
Bro.
is from my notes app.
Wait. Was that when you went into the bathroom when I was in there?
The bat room?
The bathroom. When I took a shit?
Dude. We've told that story before. When
This
Cody
is-
made me gag.
Listen to this. I was abroad and had gotten extremely sick.
wait. Like a stripper?
Oh,
Oh.
like studying abroad. Like in another country.
Oh, okay.
I came home with black diarrhea.
Black.
I think I had a parasite and was throwing up. While I was driving, I had to stop at a gas station to relieve myself. I had never shit so much. I literally covered the entire toilet with shit. It was on the floor, on the wall, and all over the seat.
How? See, here's the thing. I can't believe this because how does it get on the wall? How does
Must
it
just
get on the
like,
wall?
recoil off.
Like, does it like does it shoot you up like a jetpack and it just goes everywhere?
It
Like,
might.
it doesn't go on the wall.
It might. I was so ashamed of myself, I didn't know what to do, so I ran. When I was leaving, I heard someone scream. I think it was the gas station employee. I felt bad as the gas station employee had to clean up my mess. That is my confession. This part's the worst. I also confess that I don't want my boyfriend to see this, as he would be disgusted with me. So if you found out that your girlfriend did this to a bathroom, would it change your perspective on them?
Absolutely not.
No.
Oh,
I'd probably be a little proud.
that they shed black diarrhea all over the wall and seat.
How do you manage to get it all over the wall?
Why does it have to be black
Like, can't you just
diarrhea?
sit down?
Why do you have to say black diarrhea?
What if-
Probably
Like, when
came
they're-
out with such force that it hit the bowl and just kept going.
Yeah, like what if they couldn't hold it anymore? So when they were going to sit down, it just came out, and it had
Like it
like the
just
blast
spewed?
power of a rocket.
It was explosive.
If this happened to you, would you clean it up?
No,
No.
in a gas station, no.
I think I would feel too bad about myself to not
I
clean
would
it
do
up.
it on purpose in school.
I mean, I've already gotten like the toilet clogged and up and left.
Up and left?
Yeah.
Oh, got up and left.
I up and left.
Yeah,
it.
wait, that was this morning, wasn't it? Didn't you
No, I
say
mean
you-
here.
Yeah, don't forget
was
when you
here.
flooded the bathroom and then left. We told that story too.
Did
I
we?
did clog the toilet this morning.
Did we talk about that?
Yeah, we talked about it.
Do you have any, or do you want me to keep going?
I have this one that's what's the most uncomfortable without being painful feeling in the world. This one is a general feeling of discontentment, but you don't know why, and it's very persistent. Have you ever gotten this, or like a feeling of anxiety, but you don't know why?
Yeah, I get that every day.
Like I've been sitting in bed before, completely like relaxed, doing nothing for my day or whatever, and just had like, you know, when you get that stomach ache when you have anxiety.
Yep.
I've had that, and like my hands start to hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why.
Do you ever get the when you're trying to fall asleep, like the restless legs, like where you just want to like
I never got that.
oh my god,
People talk
that's
about that,
terrible.
but I've never had it.
What about sleep paralysis?
Yeah, but that honestly, like that sometimes is painful. Like it sometimes if I wake up, it like hurts my chest. Sometimes I don't know why.
I can't nap on my back, or I get it,
I haven't.
but I don't get it during the night.
Knock on wood, I haven't gotten it in a while.
Neither
but
have I.
I usually get it very early in the morning. If I wake up and then fall back to sleep.
I remember I had it once, and I realized after that it was like 5 a.m., but I heard you vacuuming. You weren't. You weren't vacuuming.
No, that's what
No.
happens. It
Yeah.
makes your head and like body feel like it's like in like a vortex.
Mm-hmm. And like, it took me a while, but I figured out, because I've gotten it so often, like how to get out of it.
Yeah, you just like if
I
I like
start with
wiggle my
toes.
foot. Yeah. Another thing that's uncomfortable but not painful could be like a very awkward situation.
What about when you see something like someone that you love get hurt or like cut their finger and
Like,
you
yeah.
you get that like the heebie, I don't know, it's like the heebie-jeebie.
Like you cringe for them, kind of.
Yeah, but it like I don't know, for me, I don't know, me, because it's like the mother part of me.
Yeah. What do you?
What about
What do you think, Cody?
I agree.
What do you?
about-
What makes you uncomfortable, Cody?
Having to do this podcast.
What makes the thinker? What makes the thinker tick?
you?
The thinker always thinks.
Because Cody doesn't seem like a person who gets uncomfortable. Like I want to know, like what?
All right. What about this one?
Hold on, I'm
Does
not.
Cody
done
have
yet.
arachnophobia?
I'm not done yet. Hey, Cody, what are you scared of? You're not phased by much.
Paul McCartney.
Oh yeah, oh
What?
yes. Oh my
Why?
god.
Wait,
Dude.
what?
That night was
I've
like.
never seen Cody like that ever.
That was what episode was that? Paul is dead.
Yeah, it was 31, I think.
And I had to
It was
make
after
I had to
Coke.
make the TikToks about it too.
Wasn't that also when he was getting scared of like Michael Myers and stuff?
No, I wasn't.
No.
No, that was Jason. That was Kid Jason.
Dude, kid.
We had Cody like rattled for a couple
You
weeks.
had Cody scared of Paul McCartney, and then you had the nerve to bring an impersonator back, a Paul McCartney impersonator on the episode last week.
Oh, we never showed him.
Yeah, I left before they could.
Yeah, we were trying to
Oh.
show him when you
They
left.
turned the TV on and I
Booked it.
left.
Yeah, like we were like getting it ready and he was like out the door. already.
Goodbye.
What scared you about Paul McCartney?
It was like the thought of it. Like, I don't know. It was like the thought of him being dead, but like not actually dead. Like lifelessness, kinda.
Like a corpse, like his corpse.
I guess, yeah. I don't know why.
The thinker thought about it too much.
Guys, I have a question. It's off topic,
Okay.
but I'm sure there's a subreddit about it. All the famous like Elvis and Tupac and Michael Jackson, the dead celebrities, Do you think any of them are alive, hiding on an island somewhere?
There's got to be at least one person that's faked their death.
I read a Reddit thing actually about this. Someone, I think, couldn't stand like the life they had anymore. So I don't remember what they did or how, but it said that they moved to a completely different country. So in where they lived before, they're considered dead, but they live in a completely new country with a different name and like made a whole new life for themselves.
There's certain people that would not be able to get away with that, though, like Michael Jackson. He was so recognizable.
I know, but think about the surgery he could have had, or
Yeah.
I mean, he couldn't have taken much more away from himself, but he could have really changed his look. He had that more timid personality that where he didn't want to be in the limelight. And I wonder, it kind of makes you wonder with all the stuff he had going on at that point, I think if anybody is alive, it's him.
I wouldn't be shocked
No.
if it came out that
No.
he's been living in, like, I don't even know where. But
Aruba.
Just like, but you know how many private islands there are, like,
yeah,
just out there that no one really knows about?
yeah, I could see it.
I mean, I'm sure these people are all dead, but it just makes you think, like, all the rumors, like they saw, how many Elvis sightings have there been? How many people have seen, they saw him at like a Wawa in the middle of nowhere, like.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no proof that Hitler's actually dead.
I was just gonna say, some people say that he went to like Antarctica or something, and he was just there until he died. Like, he actually died.
That was the quote, right? That I texted from Kanye.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The one about like not
Yeah.
hating or like he's
Hitler.
like, I love Jews, but I also love Hitler.
Yeah. That ain't the way to go, buddy.
Yeah, more.
Well, following along with that is severe nausea without being able to vomit. That's not a fun one to.
I don't really have that.
I had this recently.
I don't get that ever.
Okay.
Get
I
food
think-
poisoning and you will.
I think that's why I stayed home earlier this week from school.
You said it was your shit.
It was, and it made me nauseous.
It was so nauseous.
I had that with food poisoning. That was awful. I spent like 80% of my night sitting on the bathroom floor.
Cody stayed home because he was nauseous.
Well, wet socks.
You stayed home for nothing.
I woke up and at like 4 a.m. You were like, "This. I don't know what I did." Like, hold on, I can find the text.
I don't know what I had. I ripped one before I went. I went to go to the bathroom. It was still lingering, and then an hour after that, it was still lingering in my nose. So I couldn't stay up like that.
Wait, are you saying your fart
The
made you
smell of the
nauseous?
fart lingered for
You're-
2
It
hours.
made you nauseous?
Yes.
And then you
Well, I was
stayed home.
nauseous already, but it made me even more nauseous, and I couldn't sleep.
It was your own fart.
He was just
Yes.
laying in his room with his fart, not able to sleep.
Well, it's the same thing as when you throw up and like you can't. I don't like to smell the throw up as I'm throwing up.
Does anybody?
Makes me more nauseous.
It is different with your own farts.
They smell good sometimes. Remember?
I know what you were just gonna say then.
What?
Go ahead.
No, I actually don't know.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say the thing that you said probably last week.
What?
Have you ever had one that smells so bad that you just can't stop smelling it? It kind of smells good.
Yes.
No, I haven't.
Most of the time.
Yeah, because it's shocking that came out of your body.
Shocking.
I also don't think they smell as bad to yourself as they do to other people.
Okay, let's move on along with the Reddit. This is a fever dream episode. I feel like we woke up at 3 a.m. and came out here and did this.
We did.
Oh.
All right. What's the most disturbing or scary post you've seen here on Reddit? And this first one is just weird. It
Cody's
says
eyes just widened when she read that.
there's a photo of a Japanese man horribly burned over his entire body. It looks like he was being kept alive to examine the long-term effects of radiation or something. He was barely recognizable as human. And it has his name here if anyone wants to go look it up.
Preston Armstrong.
Josh, do you remember, or Kayla, do you remember the website that it was it called Rotten? Or like you could go and see like graphic pictures
Around
of
the
like
gauntlet.
Like best
like-
gore.
it was like it was
I
like
was thinking
like
about that.
train crashes
Yes.
or do you remember? But remember the one? Do you remember that specific website?
I think Rotten was a real
Was it
website.
Rotten?
I think so.
Two
It
girls,
just
one
made me
cup.
think of that when you said the picture.
You can
No, that
find-
wasn't what I was referring to.
You can find that stuff literally on like
Well, now, yeah, but
Twitter
this
now.
I'm going back when you were like middle school,
Yeah.
probably.
I deleted Twitter for that reason. I saw a video of somebody's remains in the middle of a road after getting hit by a bus, and I deleted Twitter after that.
That's on Instagram.
You know, when
too.
I was like probably in middle school, I saw somebody that had gotten beheaded,
in
decapitated.
real life.
In person?
Yeah, it was a motorcycle accident.
I remember you told me
Did you
about
see their
Yeah.
head?
Yeah.
Where
Oh,
was it?
yeah.
It was just sitting there.
Uh huh.
that. Wasn't it? Did you say it was in the helmet or no, it wasn't?
Uh huh. Yeah. It was bad. It stuck with me for a long time.
And I've seen things about people getting their head, whatever, and decapitated, and people have said they've seen like the head still moving, or like the eyes are still blinking, or like, I don't know. Imagine seeing a head, like no, but like just a head like blinking at you.
Oh, I didn't see it blink.
Yeah.
I didn't see the face. Thank God I did not see the face. I didn't see the face. That would have probably kicked me.
Remember the baby doll on the side of the highway?
Yep. That traumatized us for
That
years.
traumatized me for a while.
Do you want to give that some context?
Well, we were driving. You were driving us, I think, on the highway. We were little kids, so we were in the back seat, and we saw on like one of the. Yeah.
I was pregnant with Kyle. We had gone to buy a new car, so we were on a highway.
Was that why we were taking the trip? I don't even remember that.
Yeah. Yep.
And then we looked over to the. I remember it was on our right.
It was in
I
the
think.
like the Jersey barrier.
And
Yeah,
there was
guardrail.
just like an old baby doll's head on the side of the highway, like just like it looked like someone propped it up there,
Yeah.
and it scared us for a while, and we
Yeah.
thought about it for a while. Just let me know when you don't have any more Reddit things, because I have.
This is the same. It says a woman on here posted about being home alone and she let her dog out. Moments later, she heard her dog scratching to be let in, but something stopped her from opening the door. She looked through the peephole and it was a man pretending to be her dog.
His name was Preston Armstrong.
But like, what if she had what told her to look first after she had just let her dog out?
Maybe the scratching was not what she was used to, and she subconsciously like remembered it or something.
Imagine seeing that. Like, imagine we go to let Opal and Pearl out, and we
And
don't
there's
go
a
out there
man.
with them, and you hear scratching, and you look out, and you see a man trying to get in your house.
Well, if it was Cody, I'd let him.
So, do you guys listen to those 911 calls ever?
Yeah, I've seen the leaked 911 calls on like TikTok and YouTube and stuff.
So, did you listen to the one where the lady called 911 and the guy was on her deck, I think, or her front porch trying to get in, and she was like giving a step by step of he's got, oh no, he went and got a rock and he was trying to break her window.
Yes, I think I heard that
And
one.
she said, and the 911 operator said, you know, don't be scared. And she kept saying, I don't want to have to kill a man.
Yeah.
She had a gun. She was ready. You know what, though? Somebody breaks into your house. Like, you have every right,
Yeah, but it's
you know?
I
She
heard-
was home alone. I mean, the woman was home alone. She said it on the call.
she was probably thinking like, I don't want to have to be traumatized by this. Like, I don't
No,
wanna-
she
like,
said, I don't want to have to kill a person, but
I
she
mean-
was fully prepared.
Yeah.
I heard when this guy, his house was getting broken into, and he blew some guy's head off with a shotgun, and you can hear it on the phone.
Why is that funny?
I'm just saying, that's what I heard. I wasn't really laughing.
I listened to,
Yes,
not
you
watched,
were.
there was another 911 call. The guy called in and said that he had killed his wife and put her in a freezer a few days before.
Yeah, don't they? Whenever that happens, don't they sound so calm when they?
Yeah.
call?
Oh, like he was calling in a pizza delivery.
Yeah.
He called in and put her in a freezer a few days before, and he's like, but she didn't die. Like she made it, I guess, because she went to like a new temperature. I don't know. And the 911 operator had to sort that out. Can you imagine?
No, I can't.
There was one I listened to of a mom who I think it was a kid who called 911 on herself because she had just shot her brother. And she just was like, I just shot my brother. And was very, like,
I just shot my podcast co-host.
nonchalant about it. And
The silenced pistol.
Or like a crossbow.
Like the Fortnite one with the heart.
Yeah.
Think about us shooting Cody with a crossbow and making that sound effect. And then like there's like a big like arrow. There's a big arrow in his head with like a heart beating on the back of it.
And there's no like blood.
I have these 2-sentence horror story ones. They're not real, but I think they're a little creepy.
Okay.
His name was Paul McCartney.
This one is my 4-year-old said that he wished that people didn't have to knock. I told him about doorbells, and he asked me to install one on his window. You kind of have to think into these.
So there's someone.
Someone's been knocking on his window.
Dude, 4-year-olds
like-
can't talk.
Yes, they can.
I didn't talk till I was 9,
Well, there's reasons for that.
and I was in diapers till
You-
last
you-
year.
You still wet the bed.
Cody, when was the last time you shit the bed?
Shit the bed.
Shit the
Yeah.
bed. I've
Yeah.
never.
Yeah, you fucking liar.
You said I've never. And then
Never.
He went
Stopped.
back on it.
He's like, let me think.
You're like, I haven't today.
In 3rd grade, when I was sick,
What did you do? How come we've never heard this story?
I don't think-
shit.
and you
'cause
just
I
shit the
never
bed.
remembered it.
Like onto the sheets?
Like-
There's poop?
When we tell poop stories, it's about like shitting our pants. I shit the bed.
Were you naked?
No.
So you shit your pants in bed. The funniest one is the turd.
For me, the funniest one might have been when Cody had to stand up in the car.
The turd was when
When Kyle pulled it out.
Kyle farted and a turd came out when he farted.
Was this recent?
In the past like 4 years.
Okay.
This was Kyle?
Cody had to stand up in the car.
And he was like,
No, the only reason was to like hold the rest back.
But what did you tell Jared? You were like,
I was
"Dad,
like, I shit myself.
what did he say? Wasn't he like,
Wait,
like
did you straight up say I shit myself?
Yeah.
wait, wasn't he like, are you fucking kidding me?
He's like, are you serious, Cody?
I shit.
I feel like he was so disappointed in you. Like,
Was Trebek there?
Yeah.
she had to sit in the back seat with you and like smell it.
It didn't smell.
Yeah, bullshit, buddy. How much shit? And was it liquid? Like you farted and shit came out, or what happened?
You had a log
was
in
like-
your pants.
It was like one of those like stomach bug farts where it was like diarrhea or like stomach bug
So
shits.
you stood up in the back seat.
No, I was in the front.
You stood up. Were you like holding yourself up with like the handle on the top?
No, I was pushing with my feet. Like I was standing up.
I was pushing with my feet.
And what did he say after? Are you serious? You said yeah. And then what did he say?
I don't know.
It was all blank from after that.
I remember getting home and then I booked it to the toilet.
Okay, more. Let's finish the Reddit.
I just have a bunch of the 2-sentence horror story ones. 'Cause I think those ones are.
Is that it? You don't have
I
anything
like
else?
trying to figure. I do.
Oh.
I'm gonna do another 2-sentence one. This one is: truth be told, I didn't divorce my husband because of the countless photos of his mistress I found in his phone. I divorced him because they weren't attached to a body. So her husband was taking apart a woman. and taking photos of it.
What do you think about that, Cody?
That's weird.
Earth-shattering commentary.
Cody's back on his episodes 1 through 20 grind.
No, 2 through 20.
True.
I had
He
to
had to
on
shine episode 1. Cody ran episode 1. Think about that.
He had the earliest peak ever.
He peaked.
I
before-
peaked. I peaked with the fucking monkey AIDS or whatever.
I think Jimmy just put you down episode 2 because you were sitting there in awe.
Do you think Jimmy neutered him? Okay, keep going.
This one is, it's almost been a decade since I last saw my mother, and she still reminds me every day that if I misbehave again, she'll take my hearing too.
She took his eyes out. Oh my.
Oh, is that what that meant?
Yeah.
That's brutal.
That's low.
Like, really, dude?
I'm hungry. I want to go to snack time. We're already at an hour and a half.
Let me ask a question.
Okay.
If you were paired with 100 random humans and your chance to win $1 billion was dependent on doing something better than all of them, what would you choose to do?
Be quiet.
Doing something better?
Like, in order to win the billion, you have to do something better than all of them.
Nothing. I can do nothing better than all of them. Because they're all going to try and do something. And I'll just do nothing.
Mic drop. I was going to say shitting.
I was gonna say.
I don't think so. There's going to be somebody.
Some,
Yeah,
like,
me.
Some, like, asshole, like Robert.
Some asshole like to shit.
Literally.
Yeah, like, there's going to be a lot of assholes. What is an... Never mind.
Let's not get into that.
Would you rather eat the poop or throw up?
Out of a shot glass.
I think I just gave the best answer you could.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did actually.
But what if someone else tries to do nothing?
I'll do it better.
That's not possible.
You
actually.
can't do nothing. It's not possible. You're always doing
T-pose.
something. Even if you just sit here, you're still doing
Yeah,
something.
You're breathing.
You're just sitting
You're
there.
living. You're sitting.
Even if you're not breathing, you're dead, which is something. Even if you're sleeping, it's not nothing. That's got to be the most lied about question ever. What are you doing? Or what's up? Nothing.
So when are you actually doing nothing? When you're dead?
No, you're not.
Or are
ever,
you
you're
busy
not,
being dead?
You're not ever doing nothing.
Well, when you're dead, you're not technically being dead because you're not.
You're
dead.
not doing
you're not.
anything, so you're doing nothing.
Yeah.
Well, you're lying in a coffin.
Your corpse
Yeah, but
is.
like, are you, though? Because you're not actually, like, doing it.
Well, you are physically lying in a coffin.
Physically, but that corpse might not be me anymore. It just depends on what happens to the soul after. Cody's going straight down.
Josh, do you
down
ever
the
read it?
toilet.
I have one, but it's kind of long, but it was the last thing I had.
Kayla, were you done?
I wanted to do this one because you. People who have owned hamsters, what's the weirdest way they've died? Because you grew up with plenty hamsters, right? This one is got its leg stuck in the cage while I was at school. It apparently chewed its own leg off to escape and then bled out and died.
Jesus Christ.
Hamsters are weird.
Yeah, how come every time a hamster dies, it's like they have a seizure?
It's
and then
very
they,
like traumatic. Wait.
Yeah.
This one is a friend washed hers and then tried to dry it in the microwave.
Okay,
I
that's
don't
just that's not
believe
even
That's
weird.
not,
That's just
like-
stupid.
That's just low.
Like really, dude? That's not funny,
What
dude.
makes you put a hamster
Cody
in the
just laughed at
microwave?
that.
What makes you put a hamster in the microwave?
I watched there was a true crime podcast I listened to. It was Sword and Scale, and the lady put her newborn in the microwave.
Heard about that.
Yeah. I think she only did it for like 8 seconds though, so the baby was all right.
What about the guy who killed a bunch of girls and then started like a burger stand with their remains?
I don't believe that.
He didn't actually though. I know that story.
I think it's AI, but it's still kind of cool. Like that the AI made that up.
is actually a serial killer that he kidnapped prostitutes and he made them live under his house. And if they misbehaved, he would use them, like certain ones, as kind of like an example. And he would cook them, and that was what the ones down in his basement ate. Maybe I should come back for true crime. 'Cause
Yes.
I have a lot of knowledge.
Can we
of
do
it.
that one during the daytime?
We could.
Yes.
Light out.
Please.
Pretty please.
Paul is dead.
We could. When Junie's gonna eat your cord.
Don't let her do that.
She's going right after it.
How long have you been going?
Hour and a half.
Oh shit. I mean, we didn't even do the snack yet. So,
Yeah.
how many more Reddit things do you have?
I have like 2 more.
Okay.
I'm not really going into them though either. This one is, what is the dumbest question someone's legitimately asked you? This one is, had a customer ask if she could pay her bill over the phone. I then asked what kind of credit card, and she answered cash. She wanted to pay cash over the phone. This one is, boss, could you print that file out, scan it, and then email it to me? This is, I could just email it to you.
That's like this has to be like old people with technology.
I used to work at Disney World, and a question I would often get was, what time is the 3 o'clock parade?
Well, that'll be at 3 o'clock.
This one, question is, are you gay? The person said no, and then the person replied, why not?
Well, that's a good question.
But, like, why aren't you gay?
Because I'm not attracted to men.
Like, why would you ask someone that?
What?
You're not.
No.
God damn it.
Why are you saying damn?
Me?
Yeah.
Are you hearing things? Are you hearing things?
Yeah.
Another one. My own sister asked me how we were related to my grandparents.
Well, they don't always know that the grandparents are the parents' parents.
True. That is very true.
Always have to learn something in life at some point.
You learn something new every day. Pull it out, Cody.
Mm-hmm.
The snack.
Whip it out.
Well, I
Let's
thought you
go.
had a Reddit thing.
Yeah, read your thing.
I don't want it too long. I don't want to read it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
What's it about?
No, because then I'm going to say it and everyone's going to want me to read it.
Okay, so then read it then.
Is it am I?
Am I the asshole one?
Yeah.
I
Am I the asshole for
I
what? What's
love
the
the Am I
headline?
the Asshole ones. Do it. Just do it.
Am I the asshole for calling my wife fat?
Are you gonna explain the story?
Go ahead.
Okay,
Did you
sure.
summarize it like
Sure, dude.
Oh my God, there's paragraphs.
I told
Can you
you. I
just
don't-
summarize it like
No, I have to read it.
Okay.
Okay, I, 34 male, work in a physically demanding field. Myself and my coworkers are all fit people without a lot of body type variety. My wife, 32 female, is fat. The thing is, she's always been fat the whole time I've known her. We dated when she was fat. We got married when she was fat. She knows she's fat. She's fat and she's beautiful. I'm happy if she loses weight, and I'm happy if she stays where she is. I think she's the most beautiful woman in the world, as is. One of my coworkers, Julia, 28 female, started complaining that she's too fat to be loved, and fat people don't get to be loved. Julia isn't fat. She's maybe 120 pounds. She works out 5 times a week and barely ever eats. I told her that wasn't true and that my wife was fat. She got really red in the face and started telling me I wasn't allowed to call my wife fat, that I was insulting her, and that my wife was beautiful and curvy. Carol, who's his wife, doesn't like being called curvy. She thinks it's a label used to avoid calling people fat because it's a dirty word to most people. I told Julia as much. Julia started threatening to tell my wife I called her fat. She pulled up her Instagram and told me she was messaging Carol that I was being mean. I beat her to the punch and called my wife, put her on speaker, and asked if she was curvy or fat. Carol laughed and said, I hate that curvy shit. Fat and beautiful, baby. I thanked her, told her I loved her, and hung up. As soon as I hit end, Julia went mental. She started screaming that I was abusing my wife. When I asked how, she said I was clearly brainwashing her into accepting that term fat to try to keep her complacent and from getting away from me. That no woman in her right mind could be okay with their husband calling them fat. I showed her a picture of my wife in a shirt that had BBW on it. Do we all know what that stands for?
Yes.
Yes.
Big black woman.
Big beautiful woman.
Big beautiful woman. Can we keep that in?
Yes.
Well, I didn't say anything.
Well, then how come BBC isn't big beautiful cock?
It should be.
See?
Hang on, let me
I see where
finish
she's
before-
coming from.
Before we forget.
Thank you, B.
I showed her a picture of my wife in a shirt that had BBW on it. She bought it for herself, by the way. She stormed off and hasn't spoken to me since. Now, I just walked in today to an email from HR requesting a meeting with me. I don't think it's a big deal. I have my wife's blog for fat positivity, the shirt, and can easily call her for proof. But now, things are frigid at work, and Julia constantly gives me dirty looks when we're in the same room. She ignores me otherwise. So I'm just over here scratching my head. Am I the asshole for calling my wife fat?
I feel like Julia and the writer of this subreddit might have had a little something going, or Julia wanted to get something going, and as soon as he brought the wife into it, Julia might have gotten mad. There's more to this story. That's what I think.
My first thought was Julia should mind her own. Okay, I understand that she wanted to like stick up for the, I think, Carol, but you don't know how someone's relationship is. Maybe they.
I work with 99% men, and I would not ever go out on a limb to defend any of their wives because I don't know what their relationships are,
Yeah, you don't know.
and
them.
it is not my place.
So
I think there's more to this story. I think Julia and the guy ever say what his name was?
no.
No. I think there was maybe he didn't want anything, but maybe she did.
You think she got like jealous?
I
maybe?
think yeah. I mean, there's no way it was that straightforward.
I think it could have come from a place of like,
Cody's kissing his mic
you
right
should
now.
be
This
with
is
me
crazy.
instead. Like, you know, does that kind of make sense?
Yes.
Like she wants him.
So like she told her
He's doing it again.
what? What was that, dude?
I'm talking to the listeners privately.
So he led with the fact that he works with really good-looking guys. They're all fit. He himself is good-looking and fit.
Yes.
She is maybe 120 pounds. I think she probably felt like
Yeah, and she was saying
I'm
like,
this, tasty little treat over here.
well, she was saying to him, "Oh, I'm so fat. I'm not going to be loved." Remember that?
Yeah.
So like she was fishing for.
Yeah, I honestly don't trust and believe that she was just sticking up for the wife. She didn't know the wife at all.
I agree. I think the verdict is he's not an asshole though,
No.
no.
because it seems like the wife is accepting of her.
As long as he wasn't doing anything wrong and stepping out on his wife, on Carol, then I think Julia's the asshole.
Yeah.
I
Come on,
agree.
Julia. What are you doing?
I agree with that.
Thanks, dude.
I think Julia's the asshole,
Yeah. And Cody.
and Kyle.
I agree.
What's our snack today, buddy?
Our snack
Sardines.
is.
Remember last week you said he was going to get something bad?
Our snack is orange juice and
I said it might be bad.
and orange.
I didn't have the version or like the flavor that I like, but it's still something.
Or
He's
is
pulling
like,
it out of
like Skittles or
Sa-
something?
secret
It's-
stash right now.
Yes, freeze dried ice cream. Really, dude.
It's dried seaweed.
I love seaweed.
Oh, okay.
It's
I've
Why
always
do you
wanted.
buy
Actually, I'm gonna be honest.
seaweed?
I've always wanted to try
Well,
this.
No, he
The-
snacks
he
on
bought
it in his
one.
free
There's-
time.
Huh?
He eats it.
there's the spicy version. It's like a sweet kind of spicy.
Well, I like
And it's
sushi
good.
that has seaweed.
I've wanted to try this, and now that I'm trying it, I might have you buy it for me.
Isn't seaweed
I
like
like
a
it.
like a superfood? Isn't it supposed to be good for you?
Yeah,
I'm not mad at this snack.
I'm gonna mute my mic because I gotta open it.
You're done next week, buddy.
Why? It's not
I
bad.
failed at this Reddit.
This is not bad.
This Reddit episode, mine sucked.
No.
I could have gone more into the 2 sentence, but it seemed like you guys were done with it. So.
Stop, Cody.
Judy wants seaweed.
I literally eat this.
I don't
like I
care.
have
Eats,
this.
he eats.
I'll eat it right away, I
He
don't
eats
care.
a weed.
It's gonna be really crunchy.
Cody eats a weed that
What
grows
does
in water.
What does it taste like?
Like weed.
seaweed, dude.
You want to split one?
Is it salty?
You want a whole one?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want a whole one.
Like from the salt water in the ocean?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, there's like barnacles on it too.
I think they do salt it a little bit.
Don't smell it. If you smell it, you're not going to want to eat it.
I'll eat it. I don't care.
It's like a crisp.
Please stop. Think about a PB&J on this.
It looks like a sponge that needs to be.
This looks like something I would scrape
wet.
off a fish tank.
Isn't it what sushi is wrapped in?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. It's just dried.
Yeah.
It
No.
looks like
Snack
like a
time.
filter.
We've hit an all-time low. Seaweed.
Well,
My
What if it wasn't like
piece
like grocery store sold
looks
seaweed?
like
He just got it from the beach.
SpongeBob. Got like a
like
fungus.
that episode where
Oh,
he
sure,
got
yeah.
that evil side.
Yeah.
All right, let's eat it. Let's eat it.
All right.
Oh, Junie. Okay, Junie the cat is here. That should tell you what it is. Bleh. Nope.
I like it actually.
Dude, that tastes like when you get water in your mouth at the beach.
Oh, it's bad.
That is
He
terrible.
just fucking put the whole thing in his
I
mouth.
really don't mind it.
It tastes so fishy.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Where
dude.
did you take a bite from?
I wouldn't want to smell anyone's breath after eating this. But it
Of
really
course,
doesn't
Cody
taste
eats
that
this,
bad.
dude.
No, I like the spicy version more. It
No,
doesn't.
there's no way.
He
It
lays in
doesn't
bed
taste
eating
as
this.
fishy.
Am I the only one besides Cody that's not like offended by it?
I like it. Junie wants some. Can I give Junie some?
Cat wants some.
This is not going to be good because this is the worst thing we've had yet.
No,
Tastes
it's
like
not.
Connie salad.
Bullshit.
This is nowhere near the worst thing.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It tastes
It's
like
really
crap.
not.
It does taste like crab.
You absolutely have to like fish
I would
to,
eat
to
this.
like this, and
How
I
many
do not.
How many
so-
calories is that?
30 per packet.
Per packet?
Like
Ugh.
like this thing.
The whole so the whole
I'm
that
down
all
with
is
Kayla
30.
chewing
Yeah.
it. It's,
I would eat it.
it's,
That's what I have.
Sounds like a
instead of,
Chinese food
chips.
restaurant.
Is this
I
is this
didn't
a
like it.
recent
It
like
smells
with
like
you.
Yeah,
it
because I
tastes
bought
like the
these,
smell
so
of
I
that.
just grab one of these.
You know when you're
Like-
when
it's
you're
like eating,
down
like,
at the
tissue
ocean
paper.
at the
Yeah.
beach
It's good, though.
on low tide.
Yeah.
That's
Where'd you
what it
get it?
smells like.
Walmart?
No, my dad works at Ocean State, so he had to get one all the way in like New York because they actually sell out
Really?
fast. Yeah.
They're all over TikTok.
I would eat it as a snack because he just said it's instead of chips because the whole packet is only 30 calories.
I was just gonna say like if you want
It's
like
salt
a
chip time next week.
chip, but you don't want to eat.
Don't bring anything bad. Don't get me caught in the crossfire.
You like it, so
It's fine.
I want to try the flavored one that he's talking about.
stop eating it, dude. You're so
Oh.
weird.
And there's a wasabi one, but I don't like wasabi. So.
I'll try the wasabi one.
Cody's like throwing his head back, eating it.
You're gonna start massaging your nipples next, buddy.
I almost spit my drink everywhere.
All right, we have to rate this.
All right,
this
go to-
is gonna
start
be
at the
hard to
bottom.
rate. But we have very different opinions on it.
Well,
Are we averaging?
there's three of us. It's a tiebreaker. This is for our campfire list. That's why I said there's three of us.
Oh,
Is this
okay.
better than the mac and cheese ice cream?
Yes.
Yes.
Dude, wait a minute. You think this is worse than that?
Yes.
That was so ass. You
tastes
didn't
like
even keep it in
Play-Doh.
your mouth.
I didn't keep this in my mouth for more than 2 seconds.
Where'd you put it?
Right there.
Bro.
It fell off my shorts.
Junie will eat it.
Is this better than the pickle cotton candy?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No?
No.
Dude.
You are insane.
Is this better than the pilk? No.
Yes.
No.
Come on, Cody. You like this snack.
I did like Pilk though.
The pilk was pretty good.
Pilk is shit.
What's pilk?
Pepsi and milk.
Oh.
Is this better than the Oreos and OJ?
Yes.
No. No.
Yes.
Wait, those two aren't even that bad.
Pepsi and milk is good.
Yeah, but the rest of the list is a lot better.
Like what?
Well, besides number 20. Is this better than the deviled eggs? I still don't think it is. Deviled eggs was my least favorite thing.
I like deviled eggs. I would have liked that one.
I don't care. I would
I
put
don't
it.
think I have an opinion on this because I actually like these. So
Yeah, but you're allowed to have an
Yeah,
opinion.
you have,
well on the list, I don't think so.
yeah, because I bought stuff that I like diet soda. He's still eating it. You're supposed to rank it whether you like it or not. I think it's better than the deviled eggs, like as a snack. I would eat it as a snack over the deviled eggs. I would eat the deviled eggs as like a appetizer.
You would
So
eat
you still like it better?
Yeah.
you would eat seaweed over deviled eggs?
Yeah, especially if there's
Really?
flavored ones. Yeah.
Is this better than the kombucha? Or is it better than the cookie dough soda?
Yes.
Is this better than the kombucha?
Yes.
Yeah, that
It's not better than the pork jerky.
no.
All right. That's no. Seaweed. I know what I'm bringing next week.
Come on, dude. Don't fuck me over, please.
No, I'm coming for the one spot.
Okay.
That's my goal, and I think what I'm bringing will get it.
What's one?
The ginger beer still.
Ginger beer and seaweed.
You guys should do like fried crickets, or you should try
Ooh.
something.
I
I
don't
would
eat
try.
that.
You know what? Invite me back if you do that. I would absolutely try that.
We'll invite you back, but I don't know if it's gonna be for that.
I would absolutely try that.
Never mind. I can't
Never-
bring what I was going to bring because
What
they don't
possessed-
sell it anymore.
Okay, now that we now
So
that
now
we
we
know.
know what was it.
I was gonna bring the sweet heat starbursts.
Oh my god.
You guys should try
That's a
the
goat.
Boston cream donut smart food.
It's popcorn.
Yep.
Because we tried the Krispy Kreme jelly beans and they weren't that good.
No, they have Boston. I'm pretty sure it's Boston cream donut smart food flavored. I think it's like limited.
We have to try the churro donut.
Maybe you could come on to Eats for that one, buddy.
That's not worth an Eats episode.
Why? We could try every
Donut.
donut. Trying every donut
Every
at Dunkin'.
donut.
Every donut. From
Rating
Dunkin'.
tier list on Eats. Every
You know how
donut.
many calories that is?
You'd have to get the brownie
Just a
batter.
bite
You'd have
of
to
each
get it
one.
soon. Does anyone like jelly donuts?
Yeah.
Jelly donuts are one of my favorite.
Okay, good.
Oh my god, stop! I'm getting hungry now for like shit.
Oh, I already ate today too.
Would you guys? How far would you go down the line of what you would eat? Like what you would try?
Well, it depends what.
Like, would you try escargot?
Yeah.
You would. You would eat snail.
Well, that's like it's like fancy.
I know, but it's kind of seaweed is kind of fancy too, and you don't like that.
You said you hate, like, you don't like some textures, but snail has to be like a weird texture.
Like, oh,
I have to look something up real
Have you ever
quick.
seen the Japanese snack where it's like the rice with like the beans that have like
Yeah, like
Like
the
this
oh
white
sliced
yeah,
stuff.
That looks
it's like
really good.
fermented beans.
those look really good.
All right.
what about raw oysters? Has anybody tried them?
I would try it because I like seafood. I've never tried it though.
But talk about texture.
Yeah.
Oh, you've tried a raw clam? Oh, yeah, but the raw.
There's not much I would eat actually.
Yeah. You have? Did you
Alright.
do it with hot sauce?
I tried it with lemon juice.
This makes me think of the podcast I listened to the other day. I listen to a lot of podcasts at work, and I've been listening to some random Joe Rogan episodes because they have all different people on there. And one of the people on there was David Cho, I think is how you say his name, Choe. He's a Korean actor, but early in his life, he like hitchhiked and like backpacked all over the world and stuff. And at one point, is anyone listening to me?
Yes, we're listening. We're just getting a picture of the dump.
Okay. And at one point in his backpacking, he went to live with the Hadza tribe in Tanzania. And it's a hunter-gatherer tribe that still hunts with bow and arrows, and they live in like caves and stuff. And they hunt animals, and a lot of the times they would hunt baboons and eat them.
That doesn't sound right. Like, I don't know. Like you're eating monkey.
That's what they said. They said that they would see because they would live in caves and they would see other groups of monkeys living in like caves near them, and you wouldn't be able to tell in the dark which eyes were human eyes and which eyes were like baboon eyes. But they said that they literally used every part of the monkey. Like they would eat the head and like everything because
That just doesn't sound right. to
food
me.
is scarce.
Wait, did he eat that too?
He said he tried it, but he took like he was out there with like a translator and stuff, and he like had like Cliff Bars and stuff.
I mean, when you think about it, they were in such a remote area. You said they were a tribe. Food was scarce. You kind of
there's
have to
food
like
in it.
survival of the fittest, right? You
That's
kind of have to eat what's out there. what's
Exactly.
available to you.
You can't just go and be like, oh, I don't like this. I gotta
Right.
Eat
You
this.
can't just be like, let me have some tofu because I don't really want to eat,
Um,
monkey. But here in America, we think, and I could never. I was a vegetarian for many years, but I could never. I mean, you think about it and you're horrified, but
I have to recommend this podcast because it was like a 3.5 hour podcast, but it made work fly by. I just gotta find the number so I can recommend the right one.
Who here is the pickiest eater?
Yep.
I was gonna say Kyle. What about the least picky?
I don't
Cody,
think
what about me?
I don't like ketchup.
No, Cody's picky. You guys just don't.
I
know
don't like
about
I
it.
feel like
pickles.
I'm not picky.
Cody's very picky.
I'm not picky at all. I don't like milk.
I'm really not that picky though.
You
What am I picky with? I don't like seafood, and I won't eat a lot of meat.
and you won't eat deviled eggs.
I used to
But
not
I
like
ate
my
them.
food touching.
Okay, but that's different. Picky is like you won't eat certain like devil eggs is so specific. Picky would mean like, oh, I don't want milk. I don't want like chicken. I don't want like.
you and I are the most picky here.
I think it's Cody.
Really?
I don't think it's me.
You
But
just ate seaweed.
Yeah, I don't know if that.
I mean, like I eat stuff. I don't like pickles, but I ate them for the snack time. So like I'll eat stuff, or I'll try stuff.
Cody will try. I feel like and push through and like eat it and
Oh,
swallow it.
I know.
Cause I used to not like I said before, I used to not like my food touching. So
There are not many things that I won't try. Like
I'll try stuff, but it doesn't. mean
I will
won't.
try. I feel like you, as my mom, know this.
Yeah.
Like I'll try it. If I'm grossed out by it, I'm still gonna try it.
Yeah, you will.
Let me just say real quick, it's the Joe Rogan Experience number 1518.
We'll be there one day.
1518. But it was a 3.5 hour podcast, and it was very. Like when it ended, I was like, "Oh, I wish it didn't end."
What
Because
inspired you to listen to that one?
I just looked up like the best Joe Rogan episodes.
Oh,
He talks about like hitchhiking, staying at some guy's house in the deep south. He lived in the jungle for a while,
and he did this on purpose as
Yeah.
just like an experiment.
just because he was like, "I got to get out of my homeland. I have to."
I see.
He talks about so much stuff, though. It's a very fascinating listen. If you need something to listen to, just like, it's very different from how people live normally. That's all I have.
Me too.
All right,
It almost went 2 hours, so
I think that's it then. How do you guys feel it went? You feel you got to talk enough?
I think it went well. I hope it wasn't boring.
No, you weren't.
You weren't.
No one was.
besides Cody.
Is bro alive?
Oh yeah.
I'm putting that in the photo dump. Is bro dead? Remember that picture?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put a baby doll head in the photo dump too.
All right. I think that's it.
Yes.
Anyone else have anything
Cody
to
did
add?
the outro.
Thank you, fans.
Thank you for watching, fans, and I lost.